Thank you for joining me. We're continuing the enchilada plate. This is going to be part 3, the Spanish rice. Here we use a lot of translucent. This is the translucent Primo. I have a little bit of ecru Primo. The next color is actually orange from Primo, and it's the cadmium red, the really dark, rich crimson red, mixed together. That's a really nice dark red-orange. And then the last color is a yellow-orange. I actually did that by mixing the orange we had from the inside the cheese enchilada plate, the orange that we mixed before, and adding more yellow. So it's like half and half, half of the previous combination with half of the same yellow we used before. And so it just brightens it up a little bit. So here we are going to be marbling together those 4 colors. So you can see I have the translucent in the middle, and I have 2 strips of the yellow-orange, 1 strip of the dark red-orange, and 1 strip of the ecru, and we twist. I'll try to make the marbling as fast as possible. And you can see there's a lot of color starting in there already. And you can see how much of the color is popping out. I fold it in half, twist it again. Fold it in half, twist it again. How much you twist is going to depend entirely on what kind of results you're getting. You don't want the colors to completely mix together. Something that I kind of like about the look of Spanish rice close up is you get different shades of the reds and the oranges. It's not like a solid orange color all the way through, and there is still a little bit of the translucence to it. So let's see, I'm going to do this one more time, and we're going to take a little test piece here. This is looking pretty good to me. Now this would be an awful lot of Spanish rice. You may want to save it, some of your cane. So this is the inside of your cane. And this is where we're going to really be making our Spanish rice from. You could see the different orange, rich red colors in there. Okay. So, the way that I like to do it is I like to take a little slice out, and I usually quarter it. It depends on how thick your cane is. If your cane is thicker, you will divide it up even more. But if it's a pretty narrow cane, you'll be able to get away with just quartering the cane slices. So I literally chopped it in half and then chopped those slices in half again. From here, I roll it between my fingers for the rice. Roll it for the rice. And so, not sure if you could see very clearly because it's so tiny, but it often leaves chunks of the red, chunks of the yellow, and chunks of the translucent. And when it bakes, the translucent kind of helps, what's the word? The translucent will help soften the other color differences, so it won't be super, super rich. So I would make a whole bunch of little pieces of rice. If they look a little bigger, you could cut it into like 6 pieces instead of 4. And I'm not sure if we can get this. This has a little bit of the sauce on it. But as you can see, it takes away a lot of the actual dark bands and light bands of color in there. So we'll do one more set of rice here. So I'm gonna chop this up again. And then we just roll it into a little grain of rice. Roll it into a grain of rice. And like I said, if you think these little grains of rice are too big, then cut it, the cane slice into more pieces before you start rolling. So what I'm going to do here is take a little bit of TLS and place it on the plate to help our rice stick. I use a safety pin because toothpicks sometimes grab a little bit more clay than I need. So sorry, it is out of frame. So I go ahead and place it right there on the plate and dry it off. And then start placing the rice. This rice is a little big for my taste. So if I was to make more, I would do them a little smaller. In this case, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll place a few of these larger grains of rice, and I'll do a few smaller grains and put it on top. Disguise how big those bottom ones are. But we go ahead and we start stacking our rice. As soon as you have a nice little rice pile, what you're going to do is bake it again. So it baked once with a cheese enchilada, a second time with the beans, and now a third time with the rice. As soon as I get this stacked up with a few more little grains of rice, what I'll do is I'll bake it. I'll upload this video, and after we're done, we'll do the sauce and the olive. We are almost finished, guys. But yeah, as you can see here, I just chopped 2 little grains of rice in half. If you do that, it is really easy to cut the size of the rice down if it was a little too big. Just showing you another way to do it easily so you don't waste the little ones you've already made. So I will now start stacking these on my plate and I will bake it. When I come back, I'll show you this little plate all baked up, and then we'll do the sauce, we'll do the olive, and we'll be back. Thanks for watching.